Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Sandra. 我是 Sandra. 大家好. Wait, my 大家好 is not coming up. All right, but I said it, so let's say it again. 大家好. Hello, everyone. 你们好吗? Last but not least, as always, 欢迎. Welcome to Community Mandarin. Today it's gonna be the last episode of first three session that we are doing. It is we're working on our self-introduction. If you still remember the Mandarin word, it is 自我介绍. 自我介绍. Last time we kind of was building up a little, like a tiny little brief introduction for everyone. Of course, you can tailor it to your own needs, but usually we would offer some kind of common basic information about ourselves when we were doing 自我介绍. And let's see what we are working on. And today we're gonna try to give it, wrap it up and then provide needed information as everybody needs. Okay. Here. Oh, I guess. Yep. So this is where we are what we are working on last time. So usually for a 自我介绍, we have first, of course, 我姓什么,叫什么. That's a part about your name. And then after that, usually, if you're comfortable, you would offer up your age. 我今年几岁了? And next up, people who are working probably like to tell people what kind of job they're doing. So we can simply do 我是 something something, a kind of job, or be more specific, 我的工作是 something something. So take myself, for example, if I want to do a 自我介绍 self-introduction, I'll probably go like this. 我姓姚，叫 Sandra. 我今年39岁。我是一名老师. So I am a teacher. But last time, as I was saying, like, not everyone in the society is currently doing some kind of paid job. We have students and we have, say, stay-at-home mom and dads. Of course, not to discount any of those, because I for one think stay-at-home mom or dads, mostly moms, it's a very high demand 24/7 job. So, but usually when we're learning about, how to say what a specific work is, that's never included. So today we're going to change that. First, let's look at these two words. The first one should not be a new word to anybody at this point. It is 学生. 学生 is a noun. It means student. Next one is 全职. 请跟我读全职. 全 coming from 完全, it means full. And 职 coming from 职业, which means a job, an occupation. So 全职, when it is put together, it means a full-time job. Of course, like a lot of the traditional jobs are full-time jobs, but we've never like really correctly regard like stay-at-home moms or homemakers and stay-at-home dads. We never regard them as a full-time job. But in Mandarin, the good thing is they do call them full-time 全职, and then we're gonna tailor it to everybody's needs. So first, let's look at if you're a student, if you want to introduce yourself, then of course, this is not anything new to anybody. We would have 小学生 for elementary schooler, 中学生 for middle schooler or high school students, and we have 大学生 for college students. And then 全职, it'll be used as kind of like a description to put in front of these titles. So 请跟我读, the first one would be 全职太太. 全职太太. The second one, 全职先生. 全职先生. The third one, 全职妈妈. 全职妈妈. And last but not least, 全职爸爸. 全职爸爸. So, when we were learning how to call family members, you probably already know what 太太 and 先生 and mama and 爸爸 mean. So, 太太先生 means husband and wife. Well, in this case, wife and husband. And mama and baba, of course, means mom and dad, mom and dad. So if we put 全职 in front of it, for example, 全职太太 would be a stay-at-home wife, and 全职先生, of course, would be a stay-at-home husband. 全职妈妈 would be a stay-at-home mom, and 全职爸爸 would be a stay-at-home dad. It is my intention to put 太太 and 妈妈 in front of 先生 and 爸爸 because I feel like I'm confident to say statistically there are more 全职太太 and 全职妈妈 compared to 全职爸爸 and 全职先生. That's just how this world is as of now. Okay. So if you are a stay-at-home mom, next time you can introduce yourself as 我是全职妈妈. I am a stay-at-home mom. There you go. Okay. All right, now we're gonna cover the slightly touchy, sensitive part. What if you're currently unemployed? I mean, the economy isn't the best, as we all know. And what if you are currently between jobs? And of course, from what the vocabulary we've learned till now, we know how to say don't have a job. So we can simply put it together, say 没有工作. But it's a little bit blunt because I don't think usually people would like to proudly announce I don't have a job. So I personally would think it's a little bit blunt. So let's learn two words to kind of in a roundabout way to describe your current situation if you are between jobs. So those two words are in red, 红色. The first one, 第一个失业，失业。第二个待业，待业。So you can tell that the words are very condensed. So let me see what they mean. So 业 stands for 职业, and 职业 we've learned when we're learning 职业, it means occupation. So 失业, 失 coming from 失去, it means to lose. So 失业 would be you to lose a job, lost a job. If you say 我失业了, means I lost my job, maybe my boss fired me, or maybe I don't know, the company is bankrupted, or maybe in this day and age there's a home lockdown. So 我失业了 means I'm out of a job. And the next one is the one in red. The verb is 待, coming from 等待 means to wait for. So if you say I'm waiting for a job, 我在待业. So that's usually paint more positive light on your current state. It means you are actively looking for new opportunities. You are actively looking for new opportunities. So that's I believe, I personally think it's a better way to say that you're between jobs. You're between jobs because you're waiting and kind of in a very active state of mind. It's always ready to jump into the next opportunity. So if you were you want to say I'm currently unemployed, you can say 我待业, 我待业, 待业. You can use it as a verb phrase. Of course, same go is 失业, but 失业 is a little bit like, because it literally means already lost a job. So it's a little bit on the negative side, but 待业 is a little bit in the positive light. All right. All right. That's what these two phrases respectively mean. And now we're here, right? Last but not least, usually, I do not say this as this is essential, but usually if we're introducing ourselves, we would talk about what, like our hobbies, right? What would we like to do in leisure time? So that will require us to learn one more new word. It is an adverb. It means usually. But this usually means at leisure times. So if I say 我平时喜欢, I usually or I at leisure times like to do. Usually it's followed by a verb, and then for verbs we've learned our set of I would think common hobbies for our regular people. If you still remember when we did this part. Okay, so if your hobby, let me change the setting. There you go. If your hobby is not in the list, post a question down below, and I'll be happy to tell you how to say your hobby in Mandarin. But I figure I did quite a good job covering like what usually we people like to do, right? All right, now let's, because this is something we already covered, so we're not gonna go through every hobby again. But let's go back here and then try to do the self introduction. And if you want to try it by yourself, hit pause on this page and then practice looking at the screen and practice to fill in the blanks yourself. So now I'm gonna use myself as an example again, and let's go do it. So 我姓姚，叫 Sandra，我今年39岁了，我的工作是老师。我平时喜欢看书，健身和上网。Okay, I believe 健身 and 看书 are both from the page I just showed you, and 上网 is from another part we've learned before. Do you know what that means? If not, leave a question down below, and I'll be happy to answer you. And then that marks the finish of our self-introduction series, our 自我介绍. Sorry about that, 对不起. And then scrolling down below is Roller Language's website. If you have an extra moment and you are interested in learning a specific language, be sure to click in, and I'll see you next week. 下周再见。